Hello, I'd like to introduce myself. My name's Jerry Broad, and this video is about my love affair with smoking. And now, after many years, I managed to give it up. So please watch the video. I'm not sure how long it'll be, and I'm not lecturing you about smoking. I no longer smoke, but there you go. So, when did I start smoking? Well, probably at about the age of 9 or 10, possibly. I can't really remember. But where I lived in Slough, Berkshire, when I was younger, considering I was born in 1939, this was, well, not long after World War II. So what would happen is that we would go down to the little local shop, because in those days there were a lot of little shops in streets, not like nowadays where you got your supermarket. And I would go down there with my friend and you could buy one cigarette. The first cigarettes I believe I bought were called turf, like as sod of grass, turf. And they were quite strong, but they were cheap. So you could go and buy one. I just cannot remember how much they were, but they were pennies in English money in those days. And you'd go down there and I'd buy one of those and I'd share it with a friend or something, and that was about it. After that I used to smoke Bachelor, and they were a tipped cigarette, and they were sort of a grey colour. We'd smoke those, but on and off we'd smoke all sorts of horrible cigarettes. But as in those days, you see, all the film stars, everybody in the films and movies, my favourite actor was Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. And he died of cancer, I think. Everybody's smoking. If you see them in the old films now, old movies, they smoke, and it was common. And you know, there was no stigma to smoking, not like these days. Make no mistake, smoking is very pleasurable if you start doing it. But the trouble is, you become highly addicted to it. You know, you just can't get out of it. Because even then, I think, as now, you start smoking through peer pressure. Probably your friends say, "Oh, let's have a cigarette." Well, those days you saw it on the cinema anyway, as I said, and so that was quite normal. But as it went on, you know, you would smoke, and at the height of my smoking, I was smoking about 40 cigarettes a day. And throughout my childhood and teens and working life, I would smoke things like, and a pipe. I'd smoke Sobranie in the pipe, and Sobranie cigarettes. They were, I remember they were different colours. They were nice to smoke, and the old French one, Galassus, of course. So yeah, smoking was a real pleasure. And it was great. You got, you know, didn't think of it as being addictive like we do now. And of course, very, very cancerous. So why am I making this video? Well, for many years I performed mobile disco and karaoke, and I would go to clubs and whatever, and parties, and everybody smoked until a few years ago, whereas now it's banned in public places and private clubs, whatever. You just cannot smoke. And I would come home after I'd given smoking, because I gave up smoking in 1989, and I'd come home and I'd have to change all my clothes because they stunk of cigarettes, which was not much pleasure. So how did I manage to give up? Well, as I stated earlier, I would smoke 40 cigarettes a day. And after a while, I actually gave up several times. And each time was almost the same reason. as I was smoking, it would make me gag and then throw up. So I just couldn't, I just couldn't smoke. So that's the real strength behind why I gave it up, or why I was able to give it up. Otherwise I'd probably be smoking now. Fortunately, I've had the test for pancreas cancer, and all the others, bowel cancer, and I've come out negative. So I can only assume that I haven't got the gene in my body that allows me to get cancer. So I mean, we had a singer and a jazz player, played the trumpet, Roy Castle, and he used to play in a lot of jazz clubs, and breathing in second-hand smoke, and he eventually died of lung cancer. Very, very sad. You don't want to die like that. So, why am I doing this? Basically, I'm trying to save your life. Don't be a pariah. Don't, stand outside offices or wherever you are smoking like some criminal or like some pariah. Because in this country, in England, people look at the others and think what mugs they are. But of course they don't realise how addictive it is. And these people cannot give up. So unless they've got some incentive, I don't know what incentive you can give them, apart from making them seem like they're, vile people that smoke. What can you do? So please give up. Here we have Ricky Gervais advertising, lung cancer is no joke. Have you had a cough for more than 3 weeks, been feeling breathless or more tired than usual, still got a chest infection, each are tasked to take an antibiotic? They could be signs of lung cancer. Well done, Ricky. Here we have Ricky Gervais advertising, lung cancer is no joke. Have you had a cough for more than 3 weeks, been feeling breathless or more tired than usual, still got a chest infection, each are tasked to take an antibiotic? They could be signs of lung cancer. Well done, Ricky.